In this question, we see that A, B, C, D, and E are real numbers. So what are real numbers? Real numbers are, so if x is a real number, we write it like this. X is between infinity and negative infinity. So, you know what integer is, right? Integer is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0, -1, -2, etc. A real number is a number in decimals as well. So 1.5, 1.6, these are all real numbers. Square root of 2, like in pi, which is like 3.14, etc., etc. So any possible number that you can think of, even ones that are repeated for so 1.11111 keeps on going like that. So that's like 1.1 with a dot there. That just means it's repeated. So infinitely recurring decimal places, that's also a real number. So any number that you can think of, that's a real number. It says that A, B, C, D, that's A times B times C times D, that's equal to 2. And it says B, C, D, E is 0. So which of the following must be true? Okay, so if A times B times C times D is equal to 2, here's a question. Can any of these numbers be 0? Because anything multiplied by 0 is 0. But it's not 0, it is a finite number, positive 2. So B, A, B, C, D, none of them are. A is not equal to 0, B is not equal to 0, C is not equal to 0, and D is not equal to 0. So that's a conclusion that we can make out of this. However, what we see in the second equation is that B, C, D, E equals 0. But we know that B, C, D, B times C times D cannot be 0. But what must be E such that a non-zero number multiplied by itself is equal to 0? The only possible choice is that E must be 0, which is actually answer choice E. Well, it says that A is less than 2, but you know, A can be greater than 2. So what if I have 4? So let's say A is 4, and B is half. What's 4 times by half? That's equal to 2. And let's say C is equal 1 and D equals 1. So in this case, we have A times B times C times D equals to 2. So A doesn't have to be less than 2. Neither B has to be less than 2. So if A doesn't have to be less than 2, then neither does B have to be less than 2. So these two are out. Well, is there a reason why C must be greater than half? Well, I don't think so. I think C can be less than half. So let me give you an example. If I give you, let's say A is equal to 4 and B is equal to half, and let's say C is equal to 1 on 3 and D is equal to 3. And 1 on 3, well, 1 on 3 times by 3 is, by the way, 1. 4 times by half times by 1 on 3 times by 3, that's still equal to, that's 4 times half, that's 2, and 2 times by 1, that's still 2. That still satisfies this condition. And C, you can see that that's 1 on 3, it can be 1 on 3, and that is less than half. So C doesn't have to be greater than half, so this is out as well. Well, D, we saw here, D, none of these, A, B, C, D, can equal to 0. So therefore, when it says D equals 0, that contradicts our initial argument here. So, of course, that's out. So therefore, the answer is E. It's a very, very easy question if you think about it carefully.